All right, here we go. I am the queen of nasal congestion today.
Same here.
So I hope you like it. Welcome.
This is
On the Haunt. Never gets comfortable.
No, still awkward.
I'm Amy.
I'm Whitney. That's what we say before we say it. We are on the haunt.
It's been a minute.
God.
Sorry.
Hi, everyone. We're just awkward already.
We are. It is the season for runny noses and headaches and whatnot. So
I just told Amy before I hit the play button that I feel really nervous and I don't know why. And she said, I don't know either because it's just you and me.
I say that, but once I finish this coffee, I'll be like super jittery and blah, blah, blah.
So, all right. Well, before we get into it, everyone, check out our website. I've done some changes there on thehauntpodcast.com.
It's super impressive. I don't know how she did it.
Thanks. I really don't either. I just kind of fiddle and then things happen. We've got some new merch. So there's a link there that goes directly to our merch store. So check it out. We've got mugs. I'm going to try to get some more mugs, totes, tote bags, some new shirts, some PETA shirts. I put PETA asterisk. Obviously not that PETA.
Right. That's super cute stuff.
Yeah, so go check it out. Let us know what you think.
And please, please, please jump on our socials.
Yes.
We are On the Haunt on Facebook.
Yep.
On the Haunt on Instagram.
Yep.
And
On
Haunt Podcast on Twitter.
Yep. And you can, if you want to send us an email, you can do that on our website or, that's kind of probably the easiest. There's a contact us button there.
And we really do. We do try to get back. And don't worry, like even if you message us like on our social medias, it'll be like, hey, so-and-so message, they're waiting to hear back from you.
Yes, it will.
Weekly. We do try to get back to you. Sorry, but please remember this is just our side hustle. We do have families and real jobs. So we really do try to get back to you.
We would love this to be our real job.
Yes. But you guys got to buy more stuff for that to happen. Just saying.
Dreams.
Oh, and Whitney might be designing some stickers. So
yes, I've got a sticker idea.
To be determined. We'll let you know when we find. So if you're like, it's the holidays. I can't really afford a shirt right now, but I could totally afford a sticker.
Yeah.
We want options. We get it.
We love options. And I love stickers. My laptop's covered in them.
I know.
It's not even my laptop. It's my work's laptop. So I'm like, what happens when I turn this back in?
Well, I have a case on mine. So that's what all my stickers are covered.
No, mine are just straight up on my laptop.
Great. No, I did not do that because I'm like, no, they'll make me pay for this MacBook Pro and I ain't got the money.
I'll just take it off and, I'll use a magic
Clorox
eraser.
Wipes,
and
whatever.
Get that sticky stuff off. No one cares. No one cares. Okay. Chris left us something, you all.
Yes.
He's so nice.
He left
Should
us
we
Christmas
read this
gifts.
note, or is he going to be like, please don't read this note?
He'd probably be like, please don't read this note.
He left us a really nice note. Amy and I did not bring each other or Chris our Christmas presents yet because we suck, but we will soon.
I didn't even realize it was almost Christmas
Me neither.
until I was like changing the numbers today. And I'm like, oh my gosh, it's 2 weeks till Christmas.
Yeah, 14 days.
So I'm prepared.
Okay, here.
All right, thanks.
We're going to open these now. Chris, you're so nice. Thank you so much. This is beautifully wrapped. I wonder if he wrapped it or Mandy.
I hate wrapping presents.
Do you? I kind of love it.
I hate it. No, I hate it. I saw someone advertising on like buy, sell, trade that they'll wrap your presents for like $85. I'm like, oh my God. If I hadn't already done it.
All of them? For $85? That's
they're
not
up
bad.
to like 20 or something, I think.
Not too bad. Oh, Chris is so
What? I know, mine's not open yet.
Okay, I'll read what mine is. Mine is the National Geographic. That's legit. National Geographic Guide to the World's Supernatural Places. Chris, this is so nice. What is yours called?
Mine is The Random House. Book of Ghost Stories.
Yes!
Yes, he's probably like,
we know
they can't figure out anything else to talk about. Gotta give them ideas.
This is so cool.
Thank you, Chris.
Oh, this is so nice because I'm at the point where I'm just like Googling weird stuff. And then whatever comes up is what
mine's wrapped in cellophane everywhere.
Pull it away from the mic.
Throw it away.
Oh, Chris, this is awesome. Oh, the Island of the Dolls.
Beautiful.
Oh, yeah. Oh, I see some Tales from the Prayer Closet coming up right here.
Yeah.
Okay, Chris, you're the best. This is so nice.
Thank you.
We couldn't.
Now I feel like mine isn't as thoughtful that I got.
Chris,
I
you
mean,
put
it
the
made me
pressure.
think of Chris. I'm like,
Yeah,
this
same.
is Chris, but now Chris is probably, this is just his subtle hint of like, get your crap together.
Yeah, can you guys do better
idiot stories?
We literally couldn't do this without Chris.
No.
Chris, you're amazing. Thank
Chris
you
is
so
like,
much.
has so many jobs. I feel so bad.
He's in a band. He works at a bank.
Why meant just jobs for us?
Oh, I'm just listing his other jobs. He's like going back to get his master's or second master's. I don't know. And then we're like, please edit our stupid podcast.
Yeah, edit our current ones, edit our old ones.
Edit everything.
When we're sick, figure something out and put something up there. Hey, can you return some emails?
That's right. Unpaid
wears
executive
so many
producer.
hats.
One of these days, we're going to be able to give him a little money. You know,
Yeah.
Chris, it's coming. Your payout's coming.
That's right.
He's probably not listening. He's like, I don't listen to this.
He's
stuff.
like, thank you for the 37 cents. We're like, that's all we got, man.
Here's your third. Okay.
We made $1 this month.
Chris, you're so nice. Thank you so much.
Yes, thank you.
We
Appreciate
really couldn't do it without you.
No. Or Mandy.
Or Mandy.
Letting us in her house and
At
sneaking in at
7 a.m.
Yes. And not like hitting us with a baseball bat. Thank you. We
she's
could
so nice.
totally been intruders. Okay.
Okay.
That's not what you're here for.
No.
But whatever.
What do you?
It's what you're getting.
Okay.
So, let's see. What's been going on?
What's been going on?
I've been reading this book. I brought it just so I would remember.
Okay.
It is so good.
Okay.
I know I'm always talking about like Caitlin Doherty stuff, and hers is all like funeral rituals stuff around the world. This book is called All That Remains by Sue Black. She is a forensic anthropologist.
Awesome job.
And this is one of the most fascinating books I've ever read. I'm only on page 150 because I just started it, but it is so good.
Okay.
She's like doesn't take her job too seriously. She understands the importance of it, so she's never like insensitive or anything. But she just kind of talks about all the different stages after death and just kind of what it is genuinely like to be like a forensic anthropologist, starting all the way back to when she was like a student.
Gotcha.
And I didn't even realize, did you know when you donate your body for like medical purposes and schools, they can keep your body up to 3 years. And so like when she was a student.
Oh, I thought it was, I thought it was forever.
Well, no, they do eventually like
bury you?
Return your remains or whatever.
Oh, okay.
For your, and they have like memorial services and stuff once a year. But anyway, I don't know why I just thought like every week you got a new cadaver.
Well, I guess depending on what the experiments and stuff are.
Well, but as a forensic anthropologist, she worked on her and her lab partner worked on the same body for an entire year.
Like, doing what?
Like she said you literally start at the top of the head and go to the bottom of the feet. Because you have to know what all the nerves and all the tendons and all, like you have to just know everything.
I always imagined it. Have you heard about the body farm or whatever? Wherever the places are where they just throw bodies outside in different circumstances?
Which she talks about that here, and she's not a huge proponent of that because she said the only things you would learn from that and the decomposition stages and stuff, you can do that with animals. She's like, so she's not she's like, to her that, not saying that that's wrong and people want to do that. She's like, but honestly, you'd be helping more if you would donate it to science.
Yeah, yeah.
And she's like, I get the theory behind it. She's like, but one that's just kind of.
That makes sense so that animals.
Yeah, she said they're going to go through the exact same process.
Stages,
So, and she said they like give tours of those places and stuff.
Yeah, that's
she's like, so
gross.
that's not. Yeah.
That's,
So she's a huge proponent of like donating your body to science, and she's very, very sensitive to that and very appreciative of that. And there's even like an elderly man in here that like would go to the college where she works and attend like lectures and stuff, and he wanted to give his body to science, but he was like constantly asking questions, and he wanted to like go on a tour. And he asked like the medical students questions. So it's kind of, I don't know.
So when you donate your body to science, does your family have a funeral and then You like, okay, and then there goes Amy. She's
no,
going
I
in
think
her.
you're immediately like turned over, and that's what she said. So you really need to be very open with your family about your wishes because one, you don't want that sprung on them.
Surprise!
And she said there have been times where families have fought it.
I'm sure.
And they got to keep the body. And she's like, even though the person had filled out all the necessary paperwork, so they're really not honoring their wishes.
Right. It's just sad you'd want to have some sort of a
they
funeral
do like
or
at the
something
place, and she's from the
first.
UK, so
Okay.
I don't know.
Yeah.
But like they do once a year, like a memorial service for all the people.
I mean,
for all the
family.
families of everyone.
Yeah. But when you want to
I'm
do
sure
that
you could do like a memorial
Yeah,
service.
before you
don't
gave
necessarily,
your
because like
loved one.
my dad's body wasn't at his service
Oh yeah, true.
because
Yeah.
he had when I had him cremated.
Right. Right.
So
Right. That's true. You don't have to have a body to have a funeral, people. Yeah.
all right, Merry
Interesting.
Christmas,
Thank you.
everybody.
Dead bodies. Merry Christmas.
Yes.
I keep seeing all those shirts that say we're either slaying or slaying.
Exactly.
I know, and I'm like, that's sort of just cheesy. But
Yeah.
Okay. Nope.
Nope.
I'm never slaying with the EIGH.
No, never.
Like when.
When would I even have the chance? Night of 1,000 Stars. I missed.
Yeah,
I think they
I'm
had
not
carriage
watching
rides.
Hallmark either.
No. Keaton and her friend went. They were like, "We're going to go to Night of 1,000 Stars." I'm like, "Okay."
I've been once. It was kind of fun.
No,
it
they
felt
didn't.
Hallmarky.
Yeah, they were. Keaton's like, "It wasn't what we thought. We just went to Walmart." Like, of course.
There you go.
did. Oh, I do want to give a
on?
shout out though to Natalie and Madison, who have apparently been listening to our podcast in PE.
Oh God, so embarrassing.
Because we're such proponents
Like,
for
out
physical
loud?
fitness. No, I think they have like AirPods
Oh God,
in.
I'm like where other people can hear.
Keaton's like, well, they've been wanting to listen for a while, Mom, but it's really hard to find. I'm like, well, because if you just type on the Haunt,
I know.
any podcast that has like even an episode title
I know
that has something.
Well, maybe
so
we
if you
need to
do
talk to
On
Chris
the
about
Haunt
that.
Paranormal.
Or on the Haunt space
Yeah.
paranormal.
Anybody know how to help us? Like,
Well, maybe if we took out all that other stuff. Anyway, that's off mic.
We do have
convo.
a new listener. Do you remember what her name was? I would like to give
yes.
her a
Let
shout
me-
out.
let
She
me-
managed to find us, Keaton. So,
Keaton, you jerk. God, was that on Facebook? Okay.
could you just go to like our business suite or whatever?
Yeah, Amy.
That's where all my stuff comes through. It's our business suite.
I don't have a business suite.
Oh. Am I making that up?
No, I mean, it's probably a thing. Here we go. No, inbox. Okay, I found it. Here we go. Donna Quinn Gant. Oh, I'm sorry, Donna. Gantner. It's not even hard to say.
No, it's really not. No, it's not hard at
No,
all.
I'm so
Yeah.
dumb. Donna, thank you so much. She said that she just discovered our podcast and she loves it, and that's so nice. And I also, Donna, you're the second person who's recovering from an injury that has found our podcast.
Yes.
Which is very interesting.
It really is.
Samantha, we're talking about you, you know.
Yeah. She's
So it's like how that's
no, not necessary.
people on high amounts of pain medication find us hilarious.
Yes.
We're such idiots.
As one would.
As one would, as we do too.
Yes.
Um,
Sans pain meds. Obviously. I've been taking a lot of ibuprofen lately, though. My head's always hurt. Shut up.
what?
Okay, so
Let's just talk it. Let's, yeah.
let's jump in, shall we?
Are you going first?
I'm sweating.
You go.
Oh, God, I didn't wear anything.
Do you have a
under
shirt? Why
I
do
have
you
a sports bra under
Why do
here.
you keep wearing no shirts under your hoodies?
Because it's so cold out. I don't think I'm going to
Amy,
get that
you know
hot.
every time it'll be hot. I'm gonna crack this.
And the coffee's really not helping.
I'm gonna crack this. It's like 1 degree outside.
I've Whitney picks me up every time, FYI, guys. It's like a real driving Miss Daisy sitch here.
Well, Amy's
So I made her
the
drive
worst
to
driver of all
the
time.
little coffee van this morning.
Amy's a bad driver.
Listen. But I'm safe. I'm just
Sort
bad.
of.
It is what it is.
I mean, we haven't died yet, so. Anywho.
Okay,
Yeah.
so am I going first?
Okay,
Okay.
I'm not gonna
I don't
make it
know.
over.
This is so many pages.
It is.
I don't even know
She has a binder clip.
where to begin.
So many
I
pages.
do have like a whole Wikipedia thing. Maybe I'll start with that.
I do have really sweaty pits down.
So this isn't like really paranormal, but it's origins.
Great. That's what people are
Are
tuning in for
paranormal.
non-paranormal stories.
But it's got a paranormal
Hey, if it's interesting, the people are here
underlying belief. Anyways, I'll just jump in.
What is
I'm
it?
doing Heaven's Gate.
I love Heaven's Gate.
Heaven's Gate is my favorite cult of all time. If I had been old enough when that was like traveling the world, that's the one cult.
Because this is the one where you were going away in a UFO. Yeah.
Yes.
Hey, and you know what? I'm here for cults all day long. Other than the paranormal, cults are the things that I love the most in this world.
But they were based on the belief, like the whole thing was founded on the belief that a UFO was going to come to Earth and take them to the next.
Is this David Koresh?
No, this is T and Do.
T and Do.
David Koresh was the Branch Davidian.
Hello, I know.
His name was David.
I know. Well, I get him and like Jim Jones. There's just so many white.
Jim Jones was Jonestown.
White men.
At least T and Do didn't name it after themselves.
No, they just named themselves T and Do, literally from The Sound of Music, right?
Yes, that's where it came from. Because that's not what they. And then if you were in their cult, your name had to be like. You would have been like.
Whoa.
Watobi. Like it's like the first three consonants of your name and like
Genobi. I know.
Yes, that would have been our name. I would have been
Anobi.
No, I can't have the.
I'm just putting an O and everything.
I'd have been Mamobi. I don't know. I guess I move on to my middle name because
I just think it's like just the first letter
like
of your name and Moby.
Jabrodi and like
Jamodi. It's so dumb. It's like the dumbest thing of all time.
But they took it very seriously. Have you watched the documentary on HBO?
No, I need to.
Oh, it's amazing.
Okay.
You must watch it. It's the greatest thing I've ever seen.
Cults are so funny. If
and they were just like real like. Hi everyone,
I'm T.
And like their emblem was like rainbow color. Like I'd have been like, sign me up.
Hell yeah, get us in there.
Just sign me up.
Honestly, there aren't many cults that I wouldn't have fallen for.
No, but this one.
But MLMs, no, not falling for that.
And they weren't.
But I'm glad you printed off all your citations from Wikipedia. That's what half of this packet is. It's just.
Oh, but not this. This is all. Their website still exists.
Yes.
This is all
from their website.
Yes.
It's still like black background, isn't it?
Oh, wait, Oops! I took somebody's email.
Someone was printing while you were printing. Your principal.
Oops. There's a letter of recommendation.
For you?
No, for a kid to get into college. She got accepted.
Nice.
I wrote her a letter, too. She's already been accepted.
Your letter's probably better. Anyway.
It was great. Okay, so here we go. So I'm going to start with Wikipedia because all roads sort of
lead to.
I am so hot. We might have to turn this fan on.
We can't. Chris will kill us. Do you want me to open that more?
There's nothing. It's doing nothing. There's no air coming through it. I'm dying. I'm having some intense hot flashes.
Why? If you come out wearing a hoodie next time,
I'm sorry.
Just be like, go back inside.
I'm wearing on the hot hoodie.
Yeah, I'm wearing a Bob's Burger shirt.
I feel like so uninvolved. Like
you really should.
Our brand lately.
Well, that's not even our logo anymore because I took out that with. Should I put the with Amy and Whitney back in there? Anyway,
I don't care. I wasn't really sure why you took it out. Because I was like, no, that's fine. It doesn't say like our full names and social security numbers and addresses. Like, I think you've
already told
you became so like.
Don't say your name. This is an anonymous podcast.
Just like wanted to do everything to ease my concerns that you went a little overboard, and I was like, well, if it makes you feel better. I can put it back
in. I mean, we're just real inconsistent with our logo.
We really are.
Who cares? No one cares.
No one cares. I mean, well, just On the Haunt's easier to fit on stuff, but then we changed it to On the Haunt, a paranormal podcast, so that's...
Well, I just took out the middle.
That's a lot, I guess.
Yeah, I just took it. Anyway.
Yeah. Okay, sorry.
You just spit on your shirt. We're the biggest idiots of all time.
I just spit coffee all over myself.
Why would anyone listen to this?
I don't know, but thank you.
Thank you so much.
Heaven's Gate, Wikipedia. Here we go.
I wonder if I'm talking loud.
Who knows?
I'm sweating.
I can't hear anymore. Like, my hearing is going. And my eyesight, like I got out of bed.
Just read your story.
And I'm like, is there smoke in here? Everything looked real smoky. I'm like, is this, what's that called when you get like glaucoma? The milky white eyes? Like, do I have this?
Oh my God, go to the doctor.
I just did.
You should not open your eyes and see smoke.
They
when
did tell me
there's
I
no
had,
smoke.
what's the other thing you can get? Cataract? Yeah, they're like, you have cataract.
You're the youngest old person I've ever met.
I wasn't wearing my bifocals. Okay, Wikipedia. So Heaven's Gate was an American new religious movement, often described as a cult. It was a cult. It was founded in 1974. So see, I wasn't born until 76, but I 1,000%.
Yeah, as a baby.
I mean, they were still rolling in the 90s, so...
Yeah.
But that would have been a terrible time to join, because that's when it all came crashing down. And it was led by Bonnie Nettles and Marshall Applewhite. Their actual names.
Yeah.
But
They're given
and I
names.
feel like they went by something else for a little while. But then they changed it to T and Doe. Yes. So she became T, he became Doe. And legit from Doe, a deer, a female deer. That's where they got it from. So, which I could love. Whatever. I love the sound of music. And so they first met, T and Doe did, in 1972 and went on a journey of spiritual discovery, identifying themselves as the two witnesses of the revelation.
Of what?
But are they going to mention it and hear how they met?
I'm sorry, is that a sexual journey? That's what it really made it sound like,
Maybe
right?
the witness mention it and hear how they met.
Doesn't it? It's like they went on a journey of exploration.
Well, no, because he was gay.
Oh, okay, gotcha. Not into Doe or
It
T.
doesn't really say that in anything, but he was gay. And that makes me so sad.
Yeah.
That he didn't feel like he could just be like...
Yeah, maybe people today feel like they can't be
No,
themselves,
it's
so.
heartbreaking. You do you. And if you need an ally, we are here.
We're here. I literally cried watching Coming Out Colton, like such an idiot. And also, I mean, like sorry. Okay, sidebar. I also just don't want to watch more shows about like privileged white men. You know,
No,
but
I'm over it.
I'm about to tell you, he is so beautiful. When you watch it, you're just like, oh my God, your face, your skin, your body.
Great.
I'm sorry.
I'm going to be so jealous. Maybe I better not watch it.
I'm real sorry. Anywho, it is a wonderful
And
show,
just quit with the homophobia, you freaking losers. Get on with it.
exactly
Like,
right.
seriously.
No, really, it's so dumb.
How is it impacting your life? Oh, wait, it's not.
Yeah, my favorite thing about homophobia is how men always feel like, oh God, they're gonna hit on me.
Yeah.
It's like no, nope.
I find you revolting. So
So they
and the
will-
gays
so
have
any
way
gay-
better taste than me. So
Oh, they don't want to hit on me. It's like, shut up. Are you dumb?
no one's going to hit on you.
Anywho, back to the
Okay.
show.
So where was I? They identified themselves as the two witnesses of the revelation. They attracted a following of several hundred people in the mid-70s. In 1976, they stopped recruiting and instituted a monastic lifestyle.
Whatever that means.
Whatever. Scholars have described the theology of Heaven's Gate as a mixture of Christian, millenarianism, New Age, and ufology.
Yes.
Yes. And as such, it has been characterized as a UFO religion.
Absolutely.
And that's why I'm featuring it
That's
on
why
this
it's
podcast.
paranormal.
The central belief of the group was that followers could transform themselves into immortal extraterrestrial beings by rejecting their human nature, and they would ascend to heaven, referred to as the next level or the evolutionary level above human.
How do you reject your...
But then in 1985, T got cancer and died.
Oh, shoot. Yep.
So it was like that threw a wrench in there.
Right. And like,
so,
it's
'cause they
interesting
were-
how they dealt with that too, right?
Yeah, because they were always told they would ascend to heaven while alive aboard a UFO.
Uh-huh.
So then, like, Doe was like, well, no. Your body's just a container or a vehicle for the soul.
Yeah.
So
She went
your
to heaven.
consciousness is transferred to your next level bodies. So he had to, like, revise things when she died because it's like, well, crap.
Whoops.
Anywho, I want to keep this going.
Right.
So... And then they all believed, like, when the UFO was coming there towards the end, that T would be on it.
She's like
I
driving
guess
it.
she's driving. Honk, honk.
Get in, losers.
Exactly.
Oh, what I'd give to drive a UFO.
Oh,
hilarious.
So on March 20, okay, this is the stuff. Should I go straight to this Wikipedia? Let's go to the history. I'm going to skip.
Let's go to the
Wikipedia
history.
goes to kind of like the end because if you're not,
well, this is always like the
familiar with
synopsis, you know.
yeah,
Yeah.
because it's super interesting. There's like comets.
Get in here,
It's
Pete.
great.
Get in here with us.
So Marshall, aka Doe, he was the son of a Presbyterian minister and a former soldier. So again, this was, he was born when, I don't know. Well, I'm trying to think. They met in the 70s and he was like in like 40s. So born, you know what I mean?
30s-ish.
So think about it. Poor guy. Dad was a minister. It was like the 50s probably when he realized he was gay. So what a terrible situation to be in. My opinion is that he was gay, by the way. I don't know that's... Now I'm turning into Jillian from True Crime It Says. They were informed by their lawyer they need to say, in our opinion. So maybe we should start that. In our opinion, Zach Bagans
is an idiot. Our entire podcast is our opinion. Period. Yeah. Obviously.
With the number of you who disagree with us, clearly you would realize that.
In our opinion.
Yes. So he began his foray into biblical prophecy in the early 70s. He was fired from the University of St. Thomas in Houston over an alleged relationship with one of his male students. And then, I don't know if it gets it. Anyways, I'm just gonna like turn it on what I learned from the documentary.
Yeah.
So, when he got fired from his job, I don't know if part of it was like, oh my God, you had a relationship with a male, there's something wrong with you, or if the getting fired kind of caused like a mental breakdown. Anyways, he went into a psychiatric institution. And that is where he met Bonnie Nettles, a.k.a. T. She was a nurse there.
Oh, I thought she was also a patient. I'm
No.
Great.
She was a nurse there. So she really started this whole thing. A lot of people think he was the one that like initiated, but I think she really manipulated him a lot because she was, as a nurse and him as a patient, she was kind of in an authoritative, role, and kind of got him sucked into all of this. He's like, that sounds great. So, but when they started I'm calling it a cult because that's what it was.
It's a cult.
They told people they met in that hospital because he was visiting someone at the hospital.
Oh, because they didn't want people
share,
to know.
Yeah, that he was actually a patient.
Well, because that might make his whole thing as are they ethereal beings? Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, so I mean, like a thin ethereal being wouldn't be in a mental hospital, right?
And do you want your cult leader to be like, yeah, I met my co-leader
in this institute?
Not that there's anything wrong with that. Seek help if you get it. But again, there was such a stigma in the 70s. Yeah. Thank God we've progressed to where we have. We still got a long road to go. Okay, so anyways, sorry. I'm trying to figure out.
Are you cold now?
No.
Okay. Just wondering.
So they're like, yeah, let's do this. And so Bonnie, I guess I'll call her Bonnie for now until they later adopt their names, tells him that, they had met in a past life. And so Applewhite's like, yeah, I do think I remember that. He's just like the power of persuasion. She's just kind of, and she told him that their meeting had been foretold to her by extraterrestrials. So he's like, yeah, I think we met in a past life. And
he told her that? Okay.
Well, he later recalled he felt he had known her for a long time and concluded they'd met in a past life. Okay. And she told him that their meeting had been foretold to her by extraterrestrials.
This is reminding me of that Lori Vallow thing where the woman who like killed her kids.
Oh, yeah.
And also had all these things with that dude.
Doomsday Mommy or whatever her name is. That's just,
I know, horrifying.
Throw the book at them all. They're horrible human beings.
Lock them up.
Just let your kids go live somewhere else.
It's so, I don't understand why she had to kill them. It's so weird.
Freaking hag.
Yeah, for real.
So anyways, Applewhite and Nettles pondered the life of St. Francis of Assisi and read works by authors, including all these people. They kept
authors.
They kept a King James Bible with them. and studied several passages from the New Testament, focusing on teachings about
Of Revelation.
Christology, asceticism, and eschatology.
Whatever those
Whatever are. But Applewhite also read science fiction works. Of
course he did.
Of course he did. So by June 19th, their beliefs had solidified into a basic outline. So they were literally just sitting like, ooh, I like this. Put this in. Ooh, I like, which any cult does. Hello,
Yeah.
Ron L. Hubbard. I mean.
L. Ron.
Or L.
We know what
Whatever.
you mean.
That's how forgettable I find you.
Yeah.
And your
He's
stupid
dead.
stuff.
I can't hear you.
Well, according to Scientology, he can.
I mean,
He's just like walking on a bridge or something. I don't understand what they're doing.
Human being
He
of
really
all time.
was.
That's not nice to say, but he's also just a terrible person. So.
Well, although, sidebar. So, like Netflix now keeps coming out with all these like Tiger King follow-up things. So last night I watched the one on Doc Antle.
Oh, yes.
Disgusting.
He is so disgusting.
He's a pedophile. In my opinion, he's a pedophile.
Really?
Like, yes.
Oh, I haven't really watched that one.
Yeah. No, it
all
just
those
came
young
out.
women, children.
14 years old.
Oh,
Yeah.
God.
Was having like spiritual weddings.
Oh, sick.
Yeah. Gross.
He's so gross.
He's so gross.
My favorite, which one's the one that just rides the jet ski? In the
Yeah.
original?
And the last thing that just came out was like, the Tiger King, the aftermath.
I didn't even watch it.
Oh, he's like, this has really hurt my jet ski business.
No, it's like I would go, if I wanted to buy a jet ski, I would go to that guy.
100%. But he has to ride it for me with his hair flying.
Yeah, the meme that's like me coming back with my BS. I'm like, yes, so funny.
100%.
So great.
Yes.
It's so old, I don't even care.
And like that new one, it's like, or not the new one, but the last new one. It's like the whole time it's like Joe Exotic talking on the prison phone
with his
like
real
a
bad
camera.
hair.
Yeah, so like I didn't think his hair could get any worse, but it has gotten way worse.
Why did he go to prison again? I don't understand.
For conspiracy to kill
Carol Baskin.
Carol Baskin. Yeah.
Okay, yeah, I mean that's legit.
But then it also goes into like her husband and stuff a lot. But I'm not so sure. After watching it, he was pretty shady.
Was he?
He was like smuggling money into other countries and stuff. So I don't know. Whatever.
So weird.
If maybe she did kill him, I don't know. In my opinion, I don't think she did. Okay, so whatever. They wrote a pamphlet that described. Oh, wait a minute.
Anyone
this is
can write
news to me.
Oh, okay. And there always is something that's news to us in our stories.
Yeah. So anyways, they got their stories together. Like, this is what we're going to be. So they had to fulfill their biblical prophecies. And that they had been given higher level minds than other people.
Oh,
get over
geez,
yourself.
Louise.
Always, though. Cult leaders
I
always.
know.
So they wrote a pamphlet that described Jesus' reincarnation as a Texan, a thinly veiled reference to Applewhite.
Oh, God.
So he's Jesus.
Sorry, you're not Jesus.
No. Furthermore, they concluded that they were the two witnesses described
Also,
in the book of Revelation.
Wouldn't Jesus just be like, hi, I'm Jesus,
Yeah.
not I'm T or Doe or whichever?
No.
He's not going to be like, hello, I'm
Doe.
what's his name? Something Applewhite.
Yes.
That's, no.
What was his name? Marshall.
It's such an interesting
But I
name.
feel like they kept calling him like Herf or something.
Okay, what was the thing you just said
So
about the
many names.
Revelation people?
They said that they were the two people referred to as the witnesses in Revelation.
Oh my gosh.
And they would occasionally
All
visit
cults,
churches
though,
to
focus
speak.
on Revelations, though.
Yes.
Doesn't it seem like that?
Yes. And so then they would just travel around to different churches and other spiritual groups to be like, hi, he's Jesus.
And they're like,
And they would refer to themselves as the two or the UFO two.
Okay, don't say that.
So they believe they would be killed and then restored to life and in view of others transported onto a spaceship.
Oh my God.
This event they referred to as the demonstration was to prove their claims. To their dismay, the ideas were poorly received by existing religious communities.
Yeah, but you know what? All religions have supernatural elements.
Well, yeah.
So it's like, why is that so weird?
I don't know.
We're all like, oh God, a UFO, ridiculous. But it's like Jesus walked on water.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like,
he turned water into wine. That's impressive.
Yeah, so it's like there's supernatural elements to all religions. You know?
I don't know. But they were poorly received.
They're like...
Because at this point, the religions are so steeped in their own foundation.
Yes.
They're like, no, we refuse to hear any
I mean, that's
theories.
the way it is still.
100%. Quit burying money in the walls. Joel, in my opinion. It was you.
Yeah. So Amy and I were talking on the way here about how Joel Osteen's plumber found $600,000
in the wall of a bathroom.
What?
What? When you have so much money. Like, I'm just going to stick this in the bathroom wall for a rainy
People, be skeptical of mega churches.
Yeah.
You know?
You know how many children living in poverty that would have provided food and shelter and clothing
well,
to?
Joel's got to fly in his private jet places.
For sure.
Victoria.
I know. God.
Gross.
Ew.
Sorry, we're so hateful.
Well,
it is.
In my opinion, that's not what spreading the word is about.
We're just a couple of Christians who don't like church, okay? Yeah. Amy's picking her nose. Amy has a runny nose.
I'm wiping it with a tissue.
Yes, she is. I'm sorry.
I did not have my finger up my nose. Okay, so anyways, they would get their very first follower. So patient
it's
zero.
Like us. It's Amy.
Yeah, it's me.
It's a baby Amy.
Her name was... No, I wasn't born yet. Her name was Sharon Morgan. So May
to be her family, you know?
Well, no, for real to be her family. Because in May of 1974, she abandoned her children to join them.
Oh my gosh.
So a month later, though, she left the two and went back to her family.
She's
if I was her family,
anyway.
I'd be like, no.
Yeah, stay away.
Forget it, Sharon.
How do people do that?
Oh my
Lori
God.
Vallows did
Sidebar.
that. She's crazy that way. Okay, sidebar. Oh God.
The Sharon lady that blamed Marie Callender's for burning her pumpkin
and all
pie.
the memes.
It's so great. Okay.
Yeah, it's on Facebook. If you're young and don't have Facebook, I don't know, get it to see this because it's the funniest thing of all time. Oh, you ruined Thanksgiving, Marie Callender, and it's like charred beyond belief.
The most burnt thing I've ever. You can't even tell it's a pumpkin pie. That's
no, and everyone's people on the internet are so funny.
They truly.
Oh
are.
my gosh!
Thank you.
It's just
Thank
glorious.
you for reminding me that we as humanity do actually still have sense of humor.
Yes. There's a whole Facebook group too, where people are just in it, just still to be that woman though. It's so but she's such a Karen. I mean, to actually go online and be like,
Sharon
Marie
Karen.
Callender.
Yeah. Thanks for ruining Thanksgiving.
I don't know how to bake a pre-cooked pie.
And then there's just all the
heating
memes.
it up.
It's like Sharon setting her oven temperatures to the portals of hell.
Or like the face of the sun.
Yes. Like the Teletubbies.
There's one with like that evil Elmo meme too. He's like, there's like
or that
flame.
like really charred thing that I posted one time that was like the burnt cheese in my oven, wondering if I'm ever going to clean it out.
That's so true. I have so much burnt cheese in my oven. I just don't get it.
I just figure it'll eventually disintegrate, right? That's how cremation works.
Yeah, I'm not getting in there with oven cleaner and clean.
No.
And I'm also too afraid to use the self-cleaning setting on my oven.
Yeah, I don't ever use that.
It seems dangerous.
Just too many things could go wrong.
Too hot. I almost got our toaster oven on fire with garlic bread yesterday.
We had a rotisserie oven thing one time that I put a turkey in.
Oh, God.
And it was just spinning, and I looked at the kitchen, and there was just flames.
Oh, my God. Because of the hot, like the...
I guess the
juices.
grease or something.
That happened yesterday. Like, I put the 4 little garlic breads in there, and then Kyle's like, oh, crap, there's flames! And I'm like, what? And he's like, well, the butter's dripping down onto the heating elements, Whitney. And I'm like, oh. And then he dadded me. He's like, you gotta put down garlic. I mean, foil. Garlic foil.
Foil.
God. Anyway.
I don't think I can get through this.
We're really good at cooking.
So anyway, Sharon went back to her family and Tia Doe got arrested for using her credit card.
Oh my God. Well, now they're just not weird. They're actual criminals.
Yes. Yeah,
Have your beliefs,
happened.
but just don't be a thief. So that happened.
The charges were later dropped, but the routine check brought up that Applewhite had stolen a rental car from St. Louis 9 months earlier, which he was still cruising around in.
How is that possible? I guess in the 70s.
So then he spent 6 months in jail in Missouri.
Nice.
And then he was released early 75, and him and T hooked back up. So eventually they resolved to contact the extraterrestrials, and they sought like-minded followers. They put up, like, signs.
Oh, my God.
Just picture
Wanted.
it. The 1970s.
It's so... Just on
And I
every...
imagine it's cut with all the little slits.
Yes.
You just pull off their
Here's
phone
our
number.
pager number.
Yes. So
Our home phone.
and then they also published advertisements for meetings.
And what does that say, you know?
Well, they recruited disciples who they called the crew.
This is the lamest
It truly
of all
is.
time. The crew.
At the events, they purported to represent beings from another planet, the next level, and they sought participants for an experiment. They stated that those who agreed to take part in the experiment would be brought to a higher evolutionary level. So in April of 75, during a meeting with a metaphysical group of 80 people,
Whatever that... What
in
is that?
somebody's house in Los Angeles, they shared their simultaneous revelation that they had been told they were the two witnesses. Yeah, blah, 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 that they kept telling everybody. So while the accounts of the meeting differ, all describe it as a momentous event, and the Applewhite Nettles presented themselves as charismatic leaders, which I find hilarious because they are the least charismatic people. Because
seem
there's
like
tons
dorks.
of video footage of them. They really do. So between 23 and 27, I don't know why we don't have an exact number, decided to join a group just from that one meeting, which sounds like a LuLaRoe.
It really does. It's so sad, though, because those people are obviously really looking for something in their life.
Oh, kitten. Please get
Where
me
are
a
you?
drink. No, just get me. She's just stalking me. She knows I'm in a town that sells beverages.
Please get me a drink. What kind of drink?
Like Sonic.
Okay, well, we'll go to
She's so
Sonic.
annoying.
All right, Keaton. She
I
doesn't
love you,
listen.
though. Sorry.
Does she listen?
When I force her to.
That's so...
I think maybe she secretly listens.
She just doesn't want us
won't
to
admit
know.
it. I mean, that's not cool to admit to your mom that you like
Her podcast.
I like something you're doing.
But her friends are listening.
Exactly.
So,
Her friend like wants to hang out with me. So
are you sure?
Yes. She told Keaton, "Hey, do you think your mom wants to hang out this weekend?" What? I'm so cool.
With the 16-year-old crew.
I mean, I'm a good time. Or maybe it's just because I pay for everything.
Also that. Hey, as
right.
someone who's slept in a bed with you multiple times, not that way.
I have a lot to offer.
We just sleep like we're
in terms of
literally rigor mortis.
We slept like I imagined
Mummies do?
vampires. Oh, I was going
Yes.
to go with vampires.
Yeah, either. Well, literally, I think I had my hands like
Yes.
crossed over my chest. Don't touch anyone. Don't make you weird.
Well, ever since my breast cancer surgery, that's just kind of how I sleep anyways now.
Holding your breasts
yes.
together. Don't come off.
Please don't fall.
Stay in here.
Or a pillow.
Anyway.
That's
Poor Keaton.
Jamie had to
God.
go to Kansas City for work this week, so he stayed overnight. He came home and he's like, yesterday morning, he's like, "Did that dog sleep in our bed?" I'm like, "How do you know?"
The hair from.
I'm like, "Shut up, you freaking tyrant."
I love your Jamie voice. It's been that since ever since I've known you.
I mean, I've had like 22 years to get it down bad.
The other day I was looking through my phone and I found that picture of Jamie that we.
There's a Victorian cherub painting of him, except it's an actual real photograph.
He doesn't follow our socials, does he? We should totally put that on Facebook.
I don't know if he does or not.
He would kill us.
He
though.
would kill. That would please don't do that. Not during the holiday season. Please, I just can't. I just want a new electric
marriage.
fireplace for the basement. I need him to assemble. Don't let him leave me yet. I need that put
would
together.
end your marriage. This Victorian cherub painting of Amy's husband as a 10-year-old.
And then there was a picture in our B&B that looked eerily like that. So
He's
weird.
just following
Yes.
us. Do you have any Victorian cherub paintings of your husband?
I'm married to whatever the Elf on a Shelf version. I'm like, it's just showing up random places. cherub on
Amy is an elf on a shelf. Anyway.
I don't know. Okay, so, oh my God, this is off the rails. So, later, in September of 1975, they preached at a motel hall in Waldport, Oregon. After selling all worldly possessions and saying farewell to loved ones, around 20 people vanished from the hotel and from public eye and joined the group. So they had to like sell everything they own and then basically turn all their money over to them.
Of course, that's what cults do.
So later that year on the CBS Evening News, Walter Cronkite reported on the disappearance in one of the first national reports on the developing religious groups. Because people really didn't know where these people went.
That's
like
so
they're just
scary.
like, oh, they sold everything they owned and have disappeared.
They're on a UFO.
Yes. So even though it was like they reported in the news, scores of people have disappeared. It's a mystery whether they've been taken on a so-called trip to eternity or simply taken. So it's like people are like, well, and Walter Cronkite, I guess, was like, maybe they did go on a UFO. No one knows.
No one knows.
But in reality, Applewhite Nettles had arranged for the group to go underground.
Literally?
Yes.
Oh.
So from that point, they then started referring to themselves as T and O. And they were leading nearly a 100-member crew across the country, sleeping in tents and sleeping bags and begging in the streets.
Oh my gosh.
They were able to evade detection by authorities and the media.
That's impressive.
Yeah. So I don't know how I guess because they were, like, well, we're going to go check this tent.
I mean, also, what was that situation and encounter like where they came up with T and Do, you know? Were they just watching The Sound of Music?
I think so. Well, here it says they used a variety of aliases over the years, notably Bo and Peep. That's what they were going by for a while.
No.
And then Doe and T. They also had a variety of names prior to the adoption of the name Heaven's Gate.
Oh.
It was known as Human Individual Metamorphosis. The acronym was HIM.
Yeah, that's terrible.
A terrible name.
Terrible.
They reinvented themselves and renamed themselves several times and had a variety of recruitment methods. Again, Applewhite believed, well, then he said he was just directly related to Jesus. Okay, no, whatever. So
how, sir?
And then he came up with all sorts of like writings and stuff, and he suggested that he was Jesus's successor.
There isn't one.
No,
it's just
Jesus. He's gonna come back as himself. I am like really bobbing my head today.
Successor.
And that his bodily vehicle was inhabited by the same alien spirit which belonged to Jesus.
I'm just going to start calling this my bodily vehicle.
And then T, the woman, was presented as God the Father. So now he's Jesus, she's God, but they're the extraterrestrial versions of them. It's so confusing.
I mean, who says that Jesus and God aren't extraterrestrial?
Well, yeah, but they weren't
honestly
these two weirdos.
No. I mean, really, if you think about it, God it would be kind of an extraterrestrial. He's not a terrestrial.
Yes, for sure.
So
anyways, in 1976, they stopped recruiting. They were like, okay, we've got our crew.
We've got enough.
So they became real reclusive and instituted a rigid set of behavioral guidelines, including banning sexual activity and the use of drugs.
Why do all cults do that? But then the cult leader is like having sex with everyone or kids or something terrible.
Well, no, they weren't.
Okay. But other ones, you know.
Yes, because he still hadn't come to terms with his
homosexuality.
Yeah. And I don't know what she was doing.
She didn't care. She's a woman. She's like, get away.
I can't back off.
I just want to be alone.
I do. I just want to sit here and
just don't touch me and let me
or whatever in my tent.
My tent.
So yeah, they did that. And so I think some people though in the group were like getting a little irritated. So Benjamin Zeller, I don't know who he is, described the movement as having transformed from a loosely organized social group to a centralized religious movement, comparable to a roving monastery. Okay.
Oh my God. That's so insulting to monasteries.
I don't know if that's in here or not, but like in the documentary, they talk about how, God, how do I say this without just like crossing a line? Like if men would like wake up in the middle of the night and they'd like, done as men do to release.
Yep.
They had to like report that.
Oh my God!
Because they had to
file a report.
They had to like go sign out a special towel.
Oh my God! Well, the shame and horror.
Yes. So that became like kind of a normal
It's a
occurrence.
control thing.
So they decided. So one day Doe was like, you know what we should do then? We should castrate ourselves.
Oh, I forgot.
Yeah. So they like developed
Question.
That was now their way of not wanting to have
question.
sexual activity.
So that means cutting off your testicles, right?
Yes.
Okay. For a second, I thought it meant cutting off all of it.
No.
Then
and
you
it's
would...
not even like, I don't know that you completely cut them off. You like cut them open and take out whatever's on the inside, right? Is that, I don't know. I thought you only did that with like bulls.
That's horrifying.
So like.
And then you wouldn't have those
some
issues
of the guys
at
were
night?
like.
Well, no, because you don't have...
There's nothing.
Yeah.
Then. I don't
would
understand
you not have
how
an
it works.
erection? Anyway, we don't know.
I don't know, but you wouldn't need a towel. You wouldn't need a towel. Okay. I guess.
Oh, that is so messed up.
And they're on there, like, there's this guy on the documentary named Sawyer. Who's just
I've heard of him.
Yeah, like, he got out before everything went down, but he, like, regrets getting out before everything went down. But it was, like, him and some other guy were, like, I want to be castrated first. No, I want to be castrated first. And then they, like, flipped a coin or something, I think. So this guy was like, okay, I'll be castrated first. And, like...
Oh,
they didn't
who's
really
doing
know
it
what
in a
they
tent?
were doing. There was like a nurse or something
Well,
who was a
her,
member of the cult.
T.
No, it wasn't her.
Oh.
But there was a
Or Doe,
who was like,
forgetting.
well, I think I can do it. And like, just like,
where were they at?
Just like,
A tent?
I don't know, probably. And like cut him, and then they just like started bleeding profusely.
Of course.
And then they're like, oh God, what do? We can't take him to a hospital because we might get in trouble, which they did eventually take him to a hospital. And then everyone was like, oh, that didn't go well. I don't know. He may have died.
Did they do it to anyone else then?
Well, then they found some like sketch doctor
who would do it.
Who was like, oh, I'll do it.
Oh, gross.
So I can't remember the total number, but like at least like a dozen, I think, guys ended up having it done. So, yeah. So there was that.
I mean, you have to be so indoctrinated.
Yes.
To get castrated for your
1,000,000%.
Oh
like,
my gosh.
By...
someone in a tent,
Sharon, and over there she's like, let me pause my pumpkin
when you
pie.
would cut open that, does it just come out? I'm so confused.
I don't know.
I don't
understand.
I don't want to know either.
No, I don't either. But
okay, gross.
I just recently watched like a movie where a guy was like doing that to a bull. And it was pretty intense. It was like, So, blah blah blah, roving monastery. Where am I? So some
roving blah blah blah
roving monastery just cutting themselves.
Hey, roving monastery sounds peaceful and lovely.
Well, until they whip out a knife and are like, lay on this table.
A real roving monastery would never. They don't even probably are mute and just taking a vow of silence.
Yeah, but don't they like have those weird haircuts? Remember how monks?
You're just insulting.
I am not making that up.
All of
did they like? I don't know.
The only monastery reference I have is from
Jesus. I almost an hour.
Is from Evil, the show you won't watch. So good.
I did watch it. Remember,
season
then I
2?
realized I'd already watched it.
Did you watch season 2?
Well, no, because I don't have Paramount.
I'm about to give you my login.
Okay.
Just don't tell Keaton.
I won't. Cause
there's nothing on it, Keaton. What do you think is on there? It's literally nothing. Evil. That's
I don't know.
it. And thinks. Paw Patrol, which is why we have it now. Anyway.
Okay, so some sociologists think that the popular movement of alternative religious experience and individualism found in collective spiritual experiences during that period helped contribute to the growth of their movement.
Makes sense.
Sheilaism, as it became known.
Wait, what?
Sheilaism? Who's Sheila?
Ma'anan Sheila from, what's that cult? From Wild Wild Country? I don't know. That's.
But what's that guy?
Maybe it was coming on at the same time and someone came up with that term. Have you watched Wild Wild Country on Netflix? Oh, God. Go home and watch it right now.
I think I started it because it sounds real familiar.
There's like sex. It's hilarious.
Okay. So that was a way for people to merge. Well, this wouldn't apply to this.
No, definitely. And I don't know why I said that's hilarious. It's weird and disturbing.
It was a way for people to merge their diverse religious backgrounds and coalesce around a shared generalized faith, which followers of new religious sects like Applewhite's crew found a very appetizing alternative to traditional dogmas in Judaism, Catholicism, and evangelical Christianity. Okay, we get it. Gosh. So, not traditional religion.
Yeah, obviously you're going away on a UFO.
Yeah. So,
Happy Hanukkah, by the way. It just ended not that long ago.
Happy holidays.
Happy holidays, everyone.
I gotta get better at saying that. So, anyways, they identified themselves using the name Higher Source, and they used their website.
Higher Source?
Yes, so they were like some of the first people to like come up with a website. So, and it hasn't changed at all.
I love old
since
websites.
The 90s, yes.
Was it like a geo site or whatever?
As recruit members grew in the pre-internet days, the clan of UFO followers all seemed to have in common a need for communal belonging.
I can see that.
I like that. Mm-hmm. Without the constraints of institutionalized faith.
I'm there.
We would have joined.
Absolutely. We almost joined Scientology.
Yes. So later on down the road, post-internet days, they identified themselves using the business name Higher Source.
LLC.
I guess. And used their website to recruit followers in the early 90s.
Smart.
Rumors began spreading, this part I love, throughout the group in the following years that the upcoming Comet Hellbop housed the secret to their ultimate salvation and ascent into the kingdom of heaven. So the
comet was coming.
All of their eggs in Hellbop's basket. Like all of them. This is it. It's happening. We're doing this.
And what, they think they were like going to jump on board? I don't
guess.
Understand.
So then, I'm going to skip whatever that was.
Okay.
I still have so much stuff. And a letter of recommendation.
Well, she printed off their entire website.
I for real did.
Oh, the wind.
Feels so good. So in October of 1996, the group began renting a large home, which they called the Monastery. It was a 9,200 square foot mansion located near somewhere in Rancho Santa Fe, California. They paid $7,000 a month in cash. Because I do remember too, there was like some member there that had like a trust fund, and they were living off this person's trust fund, and you had to turn over everything you had when you joined. So in that same month, they purchased alien abduction insurance.
That's a thing?
Is that an underwriter on something that I need to know about? And it would cover up to 50 members and would pay out $1 million per person.
Excuse me, what? How do they... What?
The policy covered abduction, impregnation, or death by aliens.
This is amazing.
Who was selling this insurance?
And I feel like the fraud rate...
That's an MLM, if ever I heard one.
The fraud rate, you'd be like,
Yes, I was. Here's this.
How would you prove it?
You couldn't.
Exactly.
Therein is the fraud is the person selling the insurance.
True.
So prior to this, in June of 1995, they had purchased land near Manzano, New Mexico, and had begun working creating a compound out of rubber tires and concrete. And then they just abruptly left it in April of 96.
Because you can't build something out of
like,
that.
Well, this isn't working.
There's holes in the tire. Like giant, small tires?
Tractor tires? I don't know what it was.
This is very confusing. They don't know how buildings work.
No, they really don't. So then, between March 19th and 20th of 1997, so they were like a thing for a while.
Yeah.
Marshall Applewhite taped himself in Doe's final exits. Like videotape, not like duct tape, just to be clear.
Wait, what?
Like, there's a video of him speaking of mass suicide and the only way to evacuate this Earth. After asserting that a spacecraft was in fact trailing Comet Hellbop, and that this event would represent the closure of Heaven's Gate, Applewhite persuaded 38 followers to prepare for ritual suicide so that their souls could board the supposed craft. Applewhite believed that after their deaths, the UFO would take their souls to another level of existence above human, which he described as being both physical and spiritual. Their preparations including each member videotaping a farewell message. And that is on, not like the whole thing, but there are like clips of that
so sad.
On that documentary.
So sad. That was like your
sad.
Children.
Yeah. So to carry out the act, they took phenobarbital mixed with applesauce or pudding and washed it down with vodka. Additionally, they secured plastic bags around their heads after ingesting the mix to induce asphyxiation. So all 39, so that's like the 38 followers and Applewhite, were dressed in identical black shirts and sweatpants, brand new black and white Nike Decade athletic shoes, and armband patches reading Heaven's Gate Away Team. Ugh. So they were like the home ship's coming, so we're the away team.
It's such a weird, like, joke, kind of, you know? And why?
Well, they really believed it, though. They thought that was like, they're like, here, see, we're joining you.
And why all new shoes? Like, why'd they go out and buy? No idea. I mean, that's synonymous
they all, like, went out. I guess that's not included in here. They, like, all went out to dinner and ordered, like, the exact same meal. Like, all 39 of them. Like, and they ordered, like, chicken pot pies or something at some restaurant.
Like, that's your last meal?
I know, right? I'm like, do I have to get the chicken pot pie? I'd really like a country fried steak.
Well, I'm not into chicken pot pie. It's not like a comfort.
By the time I pick out all the vegetables, there's going to be nothing left. Like, so sad.
I know.
So each member had on their person a $5 bill and 3 quarters in their pockets. According to former members, this was the standard for members leaving the home for jobs and a humorous way to tell us that they had left the planet permanently.
They have really a sense of humor about this.
Yeah, the $5 bill was for covering the cost of vagrancy laws, and the quarters were for calling home from payphones. Once a member was dead, a living member would arrange the body by removing the plastic bag from the person's head, followed by posing the body so it laid neatly on its own, with faces and torsos covered by a square purple cloth for privacy. So it's not like they all did this at once. Like, you would complete the act, and then I would have to prepare your body, knowing I'm getting ready to complete this
and
act,
then who goes last? Him?
Yeah, I don't know who went last, but...
I mean, that's... Ugh.
So in an interview with Harry Robinson, the 2 surviving members said that the identical clothing was used as a uniform to represent unity, whilst the Nike Decades were chosen because the group got a good deal on the shoes. Okay. So that explains that.
Well, why'd you even have to have shoes? Yeah. You were inside.
Yeah, I don't get it. Applewhite was also a fan of Nikes.
Okay,
so therefore everyone was expected to wear and like Nikes within the group.
Okay.
Heaven's Gate also had a saying within the group, just do it.
Wow, they're really Nike heavy.
They pronounce dough as dough to reflect his... Oh, just dough it.
Oh, no.
They pronounce do as dough.
No, that's so bad. Now they're just lame.
Whatever. We would have made merch out of it.
We would have. Just dough it.
Just dough it.
Oh, Lord. Merch we buy.
So the 39 adherents were 21 women and 18 men between the ages of 26 and 72 are believed to have died in 3 groups over 3 successive days.
Oh,
with
my
the
gosh.
remaining participants cleaning up after each prior group.
I assumed it was like all one day and like, a couple hours.
No, this took time.
Wow.
And then it kind of talks about who some of the people who were left were, blah, blah, blah. The San Diego Sheriff's Department received an anonymous tip through a 911 call system at 3:15 p.m. on March 26th, suggesting they go check the welfare of the residents. Days after the suicides, this caller was revealed to be somebody, Rio D'Angelo, who he had ended up, like, he had been a cult member, and he was aware that they, if I remember this correctly, gosh, I hope I'm not getting this wrong, had been made aware of what their plans had always been, but he wasn't necessarily convinced that they would carry through with it. But he got a package the evening of March 25th that had 2 videotapes in it. One of it was Doe's final exit, and the other was all the farewell messages from the members. And it had a letter in it that said, "We've exited our vehicles just as we entered them." So upon informing his boss of the contents of the packages, he received a ride from his home in Los Angeles to the Heaven's Gate home in Rancho Santa Fe so he could verify the letter. So he found a back door intentionally left unlocked to allow access, and he used a video camera to record what he found. So then he was like the anonymous tip. So he didn't know what was going down, so he can't really be held like, oh, you didn't do anything, stop it. He received, like, it
was too late.
Got the packages in the mail and planned it out, but they also wanted to make sure someone came and took care of everything, I guess. So that became like a huge media
circus
thing. It was all over the news. It was all over everywhere. I don't know that I really want to. I don't know. I kind of covered it. We're like 60-some minutes in. But I won't even get into their website. But you should seriously check out their website because
What is it?
It is heavensgate.com.
Nice.
It is still clearly like someone's still paying for like the
domain.
The domain,
Yep.
and someone, I don't know that anyone's updating it all that much. But it's
There's a lot of content.
Amazing. There's a ton of content. It has like their mission.
By Jawodi.
Dwanodi, a student.
So bad.
So yeah, there's like all these things.
Oh, you
where,
forgot
like,
the Jawodi thing. You forgot to tell that. How like everyone's name was funny.
We already talked about that.
Did you?
Yeah, because we said you'd be Watoti and
We were
I'd be...
off. Oh, were we off camera?
I don't even
Off
know.
mic?
No, we would have been on mic because I didn't tell you my thing.
Oh my god.
But there's so much. There's their exit statement that they all
From
gave.
Jalodi.
Yeah, this is from Jalnodi. You only use
I did.
Glenody. Their name's probably Glenda. Because you omit like or maybe Glenn. You omit the vowels.
And
That's
then
why I
add
don't know what
Odie.
my name would be. Because I'm just a vowel and 2 consonants. So I don't know if you move on to my middle name and I'd be Mamodi. Which, can I be Mimosa, please? Because
What
that's
would
awesome.
mine be?
Watoti.
Yeah, you can't say wit without the I.
Watoti. Okay, I'm just gonna stop. Check out their website; it's really cool. I didn't know I was gonna go on forever, but like seriously, I mean, if I would
great.
have ever joined a cult, it would have been one telling me I was going to be carried away on a UFO.
Absolutely. Great job, Amy.
Thanks.
I love that cult. It's so
It
great.
was a terrible job, but whatever.
No,
I
it wasn't.
Okay, thanks. I have to be self-deprecating. That's what we do.
Take a drink, everyone.
Refreshing.
Okay, it is. I closed that because there was a lot of wind coming in.
No,
and I
it's
could just
fine.
imagine-
My core body temperature
Okay.
is good now.
I can
so
imagine
if you want me
it-
to close it the rest of the way. I'm okay now. We can always reopen it.
Okay, yeah. Sorry, everyone. We really need to talk about our temperature. I just didn't want there to be wind coming through, and then
We may even get pneumonia right now. I don't know how this works.
we're fine. We're fine.
Sorry. I just, when a hot flash hits
No,
me,
I get it.
and
I was hot.
drinking coffee and wearing a hoodie.
Yeah,
I
my
might
upper
die.
body now is cold, but my butt is so hot.
That might be the cause of spontaneous human combustion. Our last
Hot butts.
oldie that we re-released.
Yeah, I mean, this is a leather chair. Anyway,
Hey.
today I'm going to talk about the Infield Monster. I'd never heard of this until I just Googled weird stuff.
Okay, I'm
Okay.
here for it.
Takes place in Illinois, which is close to us. Here we go. So the Infield Monster refers to reports of an unidentified creature around Enfield, Illinois. You're from Illinois. Do you know where that is?
Nope.
I think it might.
It's a big state.
It might be near Chicago, actually. I think I did Google it. Anyway, maybe not. In April 1973. Oh, we're really in the 70s.
We are. Peace, love, happiness show. Or was that the 60s? I didn't know like that.
You know, it kind of went around. Yeah. The reports were covered by the news media at the time. Oh, this is from Wikipedia, by the way. With some suggesting that they may have been caused by a wild ape or an escaped kangaroo. Those are things.
Not in Illinois.
I know. That's why. Not in the United States.
No, especially
A wild ape? I mean, number one, if an ape escaped from the zoo, which is the only place we have apes in the United States, except for I guess people have them sometimes, which is like so wrong. People would know it had escaped.
Yeah,
It
I would
be-
think you would like alert the authorities.
News Channel 5, the ape is on the loose.
Harambe is on the run. I don't know, that's the only name I could think of. Sorry.
I know.
R.I.P. Harambe.
Or an escaped kangaroo, which again, I mean, and this thing, once you see it, I'm going to show you a picture
and if
of
it wasn't from a zoo, quit getting exotic pets. Ew.
Also, tell me if this looks like a kangaroo to you. It doesn't.
No, that looks like what happens when you feed Gizmo after midnight.
Exactly right. It does not a kangaroo. Number one, because it only has 3 legs. How is that a thing?
What?
I know.
It just does cartwheels everywhere it
I
goes. It
don't know
can't
how it has
actually walk.
3 legs. But look at it. It has. Oh no, this thing has 2 legs and 2 arms. Hold on.
It's kind of like a frog.
Look at this one though.
Okay.
Look at this image. I'll post these. I know.
That's God, that's just like a spine.
And then this one is really. Here's an artist rendering.
That's fun.
Whenever artists take a photo of
what big eyes you have.
Hold on. There was another one, though, I thought. Anyway, I'll get
That
to
one
it.
kind of looks like the artist rendering. If you've ever, I'm going to throw it way back, the movie Weird Science.
Yes.
When she turns the brother into the pile of poop.
That's exactly
what it looks like.
It really does.
Chet.
Oh, it's so gross. There was one where... Okay, well, now this does look like an ape. Okay, I'm just showing photos.
Ish.
Apish. The teeth,
yeah.
to me, look apish. Okay.
And the forehead.
And the forehead, yeah. Okay, so I'm showing photos and
Okay.
you all can't see them.
No,
I'm
you
very
can't.
sorry.
Look it up.
Okay.
Google that.
Let's see. So the Infield Monster was used as a case study for a paper on social contagion in 1978, and sociologists cite the episode as an example of collective behavior where a group or crowd can be affected by the spread of group emotions such as panic, hysteria, such a gross word.
Yes.
Collective visions and extreme instances of suggestibility. So some kid in school did a study on how people can all think one crazy kind of thing.
I mean, yeah.
Hello,
you don't
Donald
even got to try
Trump.
to convince me very hard, and I'm like, oh, okay. Well,
Yeah.
no, not of him.
No, I mean his followers are literally a suggestion of social
I'm talking
contagion.
paranormal.
Oh, sorry, I went there, everyone. My bad. But yeah, that's okay. So at around 9:30 at night on April 25th, 1973, Henry McDaniel heard a scratching sound at his front door. It sounded something like that.
My dog every day of my life.
Yeah. He looked out and saw something that he thought might be a bear. So then I would just go further into my home.
And also, is this in Illinois still? Like, what? No, you don't just... Oh, well, there's that bear.
Yeah, nowadays, bears are starting to migrate north.
But they're not scratching on people's
Migrate
front doors.
south.
They're...
Yes, not north.
Yeah. No.
Yeah, they're
Yeah,
migrating
coming from the
south
north.
because of... I was going to say global warming. That doesn't make sense. Because they're... Anyway.
Because they're... Trees are all getting cut down.
Exactly, thank you.
Whatever that's called. Deforestation.
Yeah. You got
Sorry,
that word.
bears. That's happening here, too.
Oh, yeah. That's just the earth now,
Yes.
bears. Okay, so... Well, Henry is no chicken. So he took a gun and a flashlight and he headed outside into a strong wind. It was last
We're having
night.
those right here.
There were
right
tornadoes
now.
last night in Missouri,
Yes.
everyone.
Like...
What?
Yeah, an Amazon building collapsed.
And people died.
People died. It's really sad.
We R.I.P. We're really sorry. That's so terrible. Okay, so we headed outside into a strong wind, and he saw a creature between two rose bushes. I don't know why that's necessary.
It was just wanting its senior pictures taken. It had its arms crossed.
Right?
Its leg popped out.
Its lover was behind it with his arms around the shoulders. So awkward.
Knowing that their face was actually going to be superimposed
Right.
up high.
Looking down.
Yes.
Lovingly. Senior
Walmart
photo.
Portrait Studio.
Or
You were
JC
one for the
Penney.
ages.
That's the truth.
Glamour shots.
Glamour shots.
It's wearing nothing but pearls. And its hair is so big.
Can we still do glamour shots? Because how funny would that be if me
I
and
was
you...
just talking about that the other day. I'm like, I really missed out on that whole thing.
I didn't get
and I
them.
really regret
What if
not
we
having
went
a
now
glamour shot.
and got glamour shots? It'd
Let's
be...
just do our own.
Oh, yeah. Well, I assume they,
I don't
do
think
your
it-
makeup
I don't
real
think
bad.
There's anywhere to go now. I don't think it exists.
But did they do your hair and makeup that bad, or was that just how those people walked in the door?
I think they did your hair and makeup. They
Okay.
had to have because they all look the same.
Yeah. Well, and basically you just throw some Vaseline over the lens of your camera to make it look real foggy, or just
And
have
why
Amy's
can't you wear
eyes.
clothes? Why do you just have to wear that
'Cause
it's black wrap thing? Like, can't I just
I think
Can I
that's
pick
a
out a
dress.
nice-
That's off the shoulder dress.
Well, no, not everyone was fitting into the same off the shoulder dress.
Maybe it's just like a
No,
top.
it was
like a tube.
No, I refuse to believe that. It was like a what are those things called? A wrap.
shawl. It's
Yeah,
not
it's a
glamorous
black
if you have
shawl.
clothes on, obviously.
Like a wrap. What are you, a tortilla?
Good. What are you, tortilla? Okay, sorry, writing that down. We write down the funny. I wrote tortilla.
Anyway. Jamie pronounces it tortilla, and it makes my skin crawl.
Well, I wrote Torritta. I know that's not. I crossed the L's. I don't know. That's
what are you at? Tortellini? Okay, sorry. Okay, back to it's between two. It's a thorn between two roses. It's not how that goes.
It's not cute. He later said it had 3 legs on it, a short body, 2 little short arms, and 2 pink eyes as big as flashlights.
Okay, so wait. So 3 legs and 2 arms. So it had a total of 5 extremities.
Appendages. Yes. It's wrong. It's not right. A short little body. Does that mean torso? Or 4.5 feet tall. It's as tall as Amy. Just kidding.
Listen.
And was grayish. Ooh. He later added that it was almost like a human body. How is that anything like a human body?
You have extra stuff happening.
It's not even right. No. McDaniel fired 4 shots at the creature.
Jeez. Like admiring your gardening.
I don't know what I'd do though if you saw that outside your house. Wouldn't you shoot at it? It would be a person though, probably.
I would have to be 100% sure. And he's saying it resembles a human,
right?
So don't be shooting at it.
But you'd be like, say your name. What's that called?
Maybe that's not a third leg, Daniel. Are you just jealous?
He wasn't a member of Heaven's Gate.
No,
he still has his balls and twigs. I don't
think they took them all, though.
Twigs and berries.
Yeah, whatever.
I said balls and twigs.
The balls are the berries.
And I said balls and twigs. Like, how many twigs?
I think you said balls and berries.
Oh, God, I don't know.
I don't know what you said.
Anyway, none of it's right.
No.
So he fired 4 shots at it. 1 shot hit the creature, caused it to hiss. Much like a wild cat
coming out of it. It was actually just like a Christmas inflatable.
Oh my God.
His wife was like, Daniel!
That's my Santa Claus!
I got that on Black Friday!
Oh my God, my hands are so sweaty. Before fleeing towards a nearby railway embankment, I don't understand what that means, covering 50 feet in 3 jumps. Because it's a kangaroo.
It's got all those legs.
Because it's a wild kangaroo. Kangaroos are cute. Also, this is not.
And I don't
cute.
even think they jump that
or hiss.
Yeah,
they're very.
I heard
rabbity.
They're kind of mean though. Actually,
sure.
If you travel to
doesn't
Australia
it seem like a
or
giant rabbit though? Kind of. That's what it feels like to me. Sort of rabbity.
Anyway, you know what? I'd be aggressive too. Get out of my
you shot
habitat.
At me. You're rude.
Yeah.
McDaniel called the local authorities. Again, can you... Hello, 911, what's your emergency?
I shot it.
Shot it. It hissed. It had 3 legs. Who discovered footprints in the soft earth near the house, which McDaniel described as dog-like in shape with 6 toe pads. How many toes does a dog have? 5?
5, I think. I don't know.
Yeah,
5.
Okay.
It's 5.
The police considered McDaniel to be rational and sober in his reporting of the incident. Did they do a blood test? What's it called? Blow test? Anyway.
What's it called?
Blow.
Breathalyzer.
Blow. We just say blow a bunch. In a later press interview, McDaniel said, if they do find it, they'll find more than one, and they won't be from this planet. I can tell you that.
Okay, you've just already made up your mind, Daniel, about
he thinks
all sorts
it's an
of
extraterrestrial.
Things.
Anyway, investigators interviewing nearby residents were told that Greg Garrett, a 10-year-old neighbor of McDaniel, claimed to have encountered the creature half an hour before McDaniel did, and that the creature had stepped on his feet, tearing his tennis shoes to shreds. How close was he to it? Oh my God. How's he stepping on your toe? It's like when Rory dances with Kyle and puts her feet on his feet and then they dance. Is that when
he brought him the rose from the bush.
It's The Bachelor.
Enfield
Monster, will you accept my rose?
Your shoes, and you're like, never mind. And you don't get a rose.
Shredded shoes just from stepping on it.
And did he like jump out of his shoes? How do you get away from that?
Oh my gosh. I'm just really confused at how close they were.
And this was the 70s, right?
Yeah.
So I imagine your shoes are like
Hold on.
platformed.
Do you know where Western Illinois University is?
That's where I went to college.
The boy later told Western Illinois University researchers.
Hey, my alma mater.
I thought it was when I just read that. I'm like, I think that's where we went to college. That his report was a hoax. To tease Mr. McDaniel and make fun of him.
We see you.
Hey,
You're
we're
our people.
We like you, Greg. Okay. 2 weeks later on May 6th. So maybe this place is near where you grew up.
I didn't grow up where I went to college.
Oh, never mind. Okay, well, maybe it's around where you went to college.
I was like only an hour and a half away, but...
Okay, who knows? 2 weeks later on May 6th, McDaniel called the radio station WWKI, claiming to have seen the creature again at 3 a.m. It's like...
He's stalking him.
Hey, can you want to come out?
Although this time it's like, you shot me.
Yeah, he's
we're
pissed.
done.
Yeah. It was negotiating the trestles of the railroad tracks near his home.
So he's trying to like walk on the railroad tracks with 3 legs.
That is such a weird way to say that.
Yes.
I was like
But
negotiating.
I could just...
Oh, yeah.
Oh.
Well, because like, where's the
quit
third...
walking on the rail then. Just
where's
walk alongside
the third
it.
leg? Like, is it coming out of his butt?
I don't understand.
You know?
Can you like lift the third leg and then just walk on 2?
No. You'd have to walk with all three.
So then
or
I
that's a
imagine
tail.
he's walking sideways. Like his 3 legs are lined up. It's like this leg, then this leg,
Oh,
then
like
that leg.
like widthwise.
Yes.
That's so funny to imagine. It's like it's doing this.
Yes.
It's the Fresno right neck collar.
It is only with the third
and his
leg.
thing. See, I imagine it's like this. But all those legs. Okay, what I did was 2 legs in front, 1 in the back. But to move all those legs at once, you'd have to have some coordination.
For sure.
I don't understand. Anyway,
That's why he's negotiating it.
because does any mammal have 3 legs, or even reptile? I can't think of anything with 3 legs.
No.
It's very weird. Okay. He's like, whoa, what is this thing? And McDaniel said, I saw something moving out on the railroad track, and there it stood. I didn't shoot at it or anything. Well, thanks. It started on down the railroad track. It wasn't in a hurry or anything. Because it can't walk.
It's like just trying not to fall off the rail.
What?
But again, just walk alongside it. Walk the actual tracks.
Walk on the grass.
Well, maybe the rocks hurt its feet.
Oh, yeah. You don't know what his little... Well, it had, pads.
Still.
Like a dog, that would... I feel like that's kind of sensitive.
Yeah.
Yeah. A search party including WWKI's news director, Rick Rainbow. If that isn't a radio name.
Names. Hey,
Rick
all
Rainbow.
you cool cats and kittens. Welcome to Rick Rainbow's Top Fun Countdown.
What was that guy's name? Casey Kasem. What
I just got him mixed up with Carol Baskin, didn't I?
Is he still alive? No. I don't think he is. Anyway,
No.
I remember listening to that, though, like every Sunday or whatever day it was on.
Now it's like Ryan Seacrest. Why do you have so many jobs?
What are you hiding?
Take a break.
What are you hiding? He's in Heaven's Gate. Okay, so Rick Rainbow explored the area later that day and reported observing an ape-like creature standing standing in an abandoned building near McDaniel's house. This thing really has it out for him. It's like, I got my eyes on you and all 3 of my legs.
Yes, I'm just waiting, McDaniel.
They claim to have made a recording of the creature's cries. Does it, okay, have other sounds besides hisses? And fired a shot at it before it fled.
Stop firing shots at it. Jeez. Has anyone just tried to, like, talk to it?
Hello, sir. What would you say?
Can I help you with something? What's happening?
What are you doing here?
Yeah,
Where do you come from? Oh my gosh. Okay. Cryptozoologist Lauren Coleman investigated the case in the sound recording. I don't know what came of that because that's all it says. 2 days later, a day after McDaniel was interviewed on local radio, the local press reported that police were called to investigate reports of gunfire and arrested 5 young men from out of town who had come to Enfield in order to photograph the creature, carrying shotguns and rifles for protection.
Yeah.
This is... Oh, God.
Sure you were.
The men having claimed to have sighted the creature. This sounds familiar.
Yeah.
The White County Sheriff dismissed reports of this as a, quote, monster hunting expedition, as an exaggeration, saying that the men were just out drinking and raising hell. White dudes. Yeah. Am I right? Mentioning the...
And this was the 70s again, so their guns were on, like, racks on their back windshields of their trucks.
Mentioning the monster only briefly during questioning, the men were charged with hunting violations. Excuse me, it's illegal to hunt monsters here?
Yes, especially 3-legged ones.
Yeah. Love white dudes, just not stupid ones. Okay. Let's see here. Reactions. La 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 la. Okay. So after the arrest of those 5 dudes who arrived to hunt the creature, residents of Enfield expressed fears that press coverage would lead to further monster hunters who might inadvertently shoot citizens or livestock. Yeah,
that's what will inevitably happen.
Truth. It was suggested that the creature may have been a kangaroo, again, escaped from a zoo, that might explain the 3 legs. I'm sorry, but, like, if you saw a kangaroo, you'd just be like, that's a kangaroo.
I guess because I think, like, the tail
is the third foot.
Is the third, okay.
Like, I could see that, but, like, you'd still be like, that's a kangaroo. It's covered in fur.
Yes.
It has pointy ears.
It has a pouch.
It's cute.
It's got a cute little baby.
Yeah. It's not scary. Like, this thing is horrifying. Hisses. Do kangaroos hiss?
Maybe. I don't know, maybe.
I don't know. Oh, God. McDaniel, here he is again. This guy, he's a character, was adamant that the creature was no kangaroo, because he owned such a creature as a pet when he was on military service in Australia. What? Do we have military outposts in Australia?
Well, yeah, they're all around the world.
So he's just like on the base with his pet kangaroo?
Yeah, can I get stationed there, please?
Right. And noting that kangaroos have narrow faces and tracks that leave claw marks. Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah. So following media coverage of the creature, an Ohio man contacted a local newspaper stating that the creature may have been his pet kangaroo, Macy, who had been lost or stolen a year previously.
And people are shooting it.
You can have pet
kangaroos. Stop having exotic pets.
Yeah, how can you have a pet kangaroo? Where does it like jump around your yard?
Yeah. It needs wide open spaces to just live its life. Just stop.
Yeah. Do you bring it inside? Do you sleep does it sleep in your bed like Rowan? Do they lay down to sleep?
I don't know.
I really don't know a lot about kangaroos.
Or they just like sit on their haunches to sleep. I don't know. Because I imagine them struggling
to get up. No, they totally lay down because I've seen it at Big Joel's Safari.
But their little arms are so little. How do they get up? Right? I imagine it's like me when I was pregnant with the twins.
Okay.
Like I'd be in bed and Jamie'd have to get me up before you go to work in the morning because I couldn't like get up enough momentum to roll myself over.
Well, it's funny because down below it says, on Wikipedia, it says related articles, phantom kangaroo. What? Hold on. Now I'm going to Google, can kangaroos lay down? Because I need to know.
Yeah.
Kangaroos drown you? No?
No. Wait, I don't want to know. God, give me something else.
Do kangaroos lay down to sleep? They do. Look at them.
Oh. Yeah.
Kangaroos are very strange looking creatures, though. They really are.
I guess they just first push with their front arms.
Yeah, because their back legs, like, look how big that is.
See what I mean, though? Like how short the arms. And their arms aren't even necessarily short. They're just short in comparison to
They got
the rest
big
of
old
them.
Butts.
Yeah, I'm here for it.
Kangaroos are weird.
They really are.
Now that I'm really looking at one, it's very kind of creepy looking.
I told you they're kind of scary and aggressive.
Yeah. I always thought they were cuter than that. Anyway, okay, let's see what else. So that's that. There was a study done. So an anthropology student suggested in some event, Press International, anyway, that the creature may have been a wild ape, noted that such animals have been reported throughout the Mississippi area since 1941. Wild apes? What? Okay, let's get into...
Momo.
Yeah. In 1978, researchers at Western Illinois University, headed by David L. Miller, investigated and analyzed the incident. Now, this is cool. This is why I would want to work in a university. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I wonder what he does there. Like, what's he the head of?
Yeah.
You know?
I don't know.
Which department?
I'm sure his department doesn't even exist anymore.
Right. All the cool stuff's gone. Investigate and analyze the incident, publishing it, as a case study in social contagion. So that's what he did. Okay. Well, that's not what we agree, but okay. We think it's real, because we always think it's real.
For sure.
Let's see here. Anything
We believe
else?
in you.
So some people think it was an alien or a demon or a genetic mutation.
Aww.
Yeah, creepy.
He's just trying to admire the roses and make friends, and everybody keeps shooting it.
Yeah.
Rude.
Oh,
Sorry,
well,
I'm just
it's
blowing
okay.
my nose.
It's okay. In this article, we learned that Henry McDaniel had a family this whole time.
God.
That's a good insight.
Dad, put the gun down.
I know. But a lot of times his family thought he was hallucinating until I guess they saw it themselves.
Oh.
So
Well,
that's
thanks,
scary.
fam.
Yeah, can you... Oh, look, here's a picture of, like, actually where this is all taking place. So the creature could have easily just walked off of the railroad
Yes,
tracks
that's what I'm
onto
saying.
the grass.
Maybe it was like, just like, that's
What's
fun
this?
when you're a kid. Like, I lived right by railroad tracks as a kid. That was just kind of fun to try to walk on the rails.
Okay, let's see if there's anything else from this article.
Or maybe he was putting pennies on it. We would do that as kids and then go find
Wait
your
for it to
smashed
dry.
penny.
So I think that's kind of it. That's the whole, that's pretty much it.
That's
We
good.
don't know.
We've been going on.
We don't
and
know
on
what it
forever.
is. So, okay, great.
Yeah.
Thanks. Cool.
Yeah, buy our stuff. Follow us on our socials.
Go to our website, onthehauntpodcast.com. We love you.
Yeah, bye.